Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. In this video, I want to say that, women, they made bad choices, right? They made bad choices like divorcing the man, right? They divorced the man because they didn't expect him to be what they thought he was supposed to be, right? But somehow it's always the man's fault for something the man can't control, right? Something the man can control, like man cannot control your happiness. For some reason, it's always the man's fault, right? The man paid for everything. You're not happy because of your own doing, your own choosing, right? Because you, in your mind, thought you chose the right guy, but you chose the wrong guy because you choose him, and now you're not happy, and it's the guy's fault. So the guy had to pay for your choosing. So he had to pay all alimony, all his life savings to you, for you to be happy, for you to divorce, for you to be unhappy because the guy will not fall for you again. Somehow it's the man's fault. Like for everything I hear, right? It's always the man's fault. Guys, you need to remember that, right? In this world, if something goes wrong, it's always your fault, right? Especially when you involve yourself with a woman, your girlfriend, right? Your mother, your sister, your wife, your daughter. It's always your fault. Oh, I have daddy issues. My daddy didn't me up right? Oh, it's daddy's problem because he didn't raise me up right. It's always the guy's fault, right? Oh, oh, yeah. You didn't take out the trash. It's your fault for not taking the trash, even though I put it there and made all the mess, right? It's your fault as the son, right? It's your fault. As a husband, it's your fault. Everything's your fault. You notice that? Because guys have to pick up all these messes that girls do. And we just suck it up and take it. Right? We just suck it up and take it. But suddenly, when a woman makes a mistake in her life, suddenly she does not have any accountability. All things are wiped clean. Right? In most situations where women are committing a crime, right? Committing a crime, whatever is heinous or not, her sentence is usually reduced compared to a man's sentence. Men get a harder sentence than it is for men to be sentenced. Women usually get a probational period or reduced sentence. Men, you have to serve out the full sentence, right? This world is built against men. It's always men's fault for some reason. Always a men's fault. Even though we built the world, we built society, we built the internet, we built all these that women benefiting from, but somehow, some reason, it's always the man's fault. It's always our fault, guys. Whatever your brother, sister, husband, whatever your title is, it's always our fault. But we keep dealing with it, right? We keep dealing with it, right? If that's the case, why are you setting up yourself for this? Setting yourself up in a relationship with women like this? It doesn't make any sense. You need to realize this. You need to understand that no matter what you do, it's always your fault. Right? So in order to win this game, you don't participate. How is your fault if you're not even participating? If somehow they're gonna dig deep down and find a reason why it's your fault. Oh, the marriage rate is going down. It's men's fault. Could it be that the woman is not desirable? The women are not given a reason for guy to commit to them, right? That's why guys are not proposing. That's why the wedding industry are in shambles right now, right? So somehow because of women bad behavior, that's guy's fault, right? They like to play this game of it's guy's fault, and guys like to play how is this my fault? How is this our fault? They can't explain that. Women, how is this our fault, right? How is marriage the marriage rate going down is our fault? Shouldn't we have a choice too? We have to choose not to be in a relationship, right? Because we made the choice not to be in a committed relationship, that's our fault? Maybe you should be more appealing to men. Maybe you should give a reason why men want to be with you more, right? Maybe you shouldn't give a man any excuse not to be with you. Right? But no, they refuse to take accountability for their own actions, right? Women do not have accountability no more. It's 2023. Women are exempt from any accountability at all. Everything. There's no accountability. They could kill men. Women don't have no accountability, and they get offered a job, right? They could mislead a nations, right? Mislead a nation, kill off a lot of people, right? Give bad messages, get a lot of people off it, get a lot of people died from your leadership, and somehow you're rewarded with a job position, right? For example, that New Zealand Prime Minister, right? Just said that, or whatever her name is, right? Suddenly, after she made her decision, took away a lot of people's freedom, right? Take a lot of people's rights, put people in a lot of suffering, and realized that she couldn't handle this. She resigned, and she got offered a job, right? And there's another one, right? There's another one. There's I think, um, what is it? I think there's a banker, right? She's a CEO of SVB or whatever it is, right? She's the CEO of one of these failing banks. The bank went under. The bank collapsed, right? The bank collapsed, and what happened? Turkey rewarded her with a finance job position in the country of Turkey. So there's no accountability. Women 2023 do not have any accountability. They have more offering they get more favors in divorce courts, right? Most likely everything will go towards the woman. For some reason, it's never the woman's fault. It's always the guy's fault, right? They could destroy a company, destroy an industry, and they get rewarded with a job position, right? How does that make sense? Tell me, how does that make sense? Women are basically women. Women. There's a two-tier system we're dealing with, right? Women, they don't have to deal with consequences in 2023. They don't have no accountability, right? They get abortion on command, right? They want to be accepted for high body counts and want men to deal with it, right? If men don't want to deal with it, it's men's fault for not dealing with it, right? It's men's fault to have standards. This is because men have standards. It's our fault, right? They could have standards, right? They could pick the man. The man could have a six-figure job, a six-figure salary, right? 6 feet tall, right? 6 cars, whatever it is, right? Right? They could have the standard and the man, but for some reason, men cannot have standard. Men cannot have the standard of a low body count. Men cannot have standard of a woman bickering, right? Well, men cannot have standard. You have to date a fat woman, right? Men cannot have standards, right? But it's our fault all the time, right? How does that make sense? How does that equate? Right, and that's the thing that men are going through right now. Men are waking up. Their finances are out there. There's a lot of red pill content out there, right? And I'm glad there's a lot of red pill contents that expose men to the real facts, right? Because without that, men will still be lost. They will be taken advantage of, right? And I'm trying to tell men, you need to wake the hell up, man. This world's going against you. For some reason, everything is your fault. Are you willing to put up with that? If you're willing to put up that, you're a real blue pill orbiter, simp, right? You're a simp orbiter. Surrounded by this woman, thinking that you can get a shot at them, right? Being in their friend zone. Beta orbiters, I mean, right? Blue pill simps. And we need to convert all these blue pill simps to be stronger, right? Because these blue pill simp, right, are the reason why girls are voting them into office and making these stupid laws for them in their favor, right? That's what's happening. These blue pill simp, these red pill men, they're not doing this thing for them, right? It's blue pill right here. If men are rejoicing and coming together and say and just stop, women cannot take us, right? The only reason why this thing is happening because these blue pill simp out there are serving as their foot soldiers. They're doing the dirty work for the women. Basically, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. These blue pill beta simp liberal men out there are doing the dirty work for these women, and they don't know it. They're putting themselves in a disadvantage, and they don't even know it. They're clueless. Or they're simping out for them, thinking the nice guys will always get it. They're simply brainwashed, right? If more men would actually wake up and realize that we have more power than these women, it wouldn't be our fault anymore. They cannot fight against us, right? They cannot do that. But unfortunately, it's not the real world. There are these blue pill simp out there who will always simp for the women, like Destiny. He's a big simp in my opinion. Big simp. Tim Pool's a big simp, right? Hell, even Joe Rogan's a big simp too. I have to say that, right? And these are the reason why they can't recognize the damages they've done to men right now, right? That's why a lot of men are committing suicides at an alarming rate, right? Can't deal with this mental anguish they're dealing with, can't deal with their emotions, right? I'm trying to do this to get men to wake the hell up. Do not be weak to your emotion. Do not let your emotions steer you in the wrong directions. Do not let sex make your decision, your guiding light. Right? Be strong men out there. But for some reason, it's those men's fault. And, no matter what you do, you can't please all of them, man. But because of that, the only solution I can think of is not participate, not play. Because if you play, it's always going to be your fault. If you don't play, it will always be your fault. But anyway, let me know you agree. Leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. And always, peace and blessings.